Shalom, welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you brothers that's doing this work in sincerity and in truth. This is going to be a lesson. I guess I'm going to call it Ordo Ab Chao. Ordo Ab Chao. All right. I'm going to go into that phrase because with all the panic, with all the fear, with all the news stories that are coming out, you're going to have a lot of things change because of what's going on. All right. You're going to see a lot of change because in the big scheme of things, this virus, which we know was made in a laboratory, okay, it's something that's not natural, and regardless if the powers that be are spreading this thing faster than what it really is, or if it's doing it itself, it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. There's going to be a lot of new order come out of this. All right. So when you go into Freemasonry, you get this phrase, Salakia. This is called Ordo Ab Chao. It says the phrase Ordo Ab Chao is the motto of the 33 degree, which can be found on the grand decorations of the Order of Sovereign Grand Inspectors. Right? So, but let me get the meaning. Right? Let me see the site. Salakia. I lost exactly where I wanted it. But when you look at the Masonry and you look at the list of U.S. presidents, they were all Freemasons. All right? Meaning Ordo Ab Chao, meaning order out of chaos. And to get even more specific with that, this is a quote from Rahm Emanuel, who was the mayor of Chicago. All right. He said, "You never let a serious crisis go to waste. And what I mean by that, it's an opportunity to do things that you think you could not do before. Now, the elite have an agenda. All right. This new world order, one world government type of agenda. All right. And with this current crisis, with this coronavirus, they're going to be able to put a lot of these wheels into motion and do a lot of things that they may not have been able to do. All right. So that's the point of me bringing out that phrase, Ordo Ab Chao. But I'm gonna go back to this. This is the Drudge Report, which is basically a news aggregate that puts out certain stories. It's Republican based, but they do put out a lot of stories. It says market bloodbath, stocks crater, oil plunges 24%, banks hit hard, Fed pumps more cash. So it's a lot of things going on, man. A lot of things going on, and there's a lot of people that's freaked out and panicking right now, man, because they see what's coming around the pipe. Now, if I scroll up, and the stories keep going, it says New York prison labor prepares to dig graves, now making hand sanitizer. And if you click on these links, you get to see some of the story. It says New York prison labor makes hand sanitizer, prepares to dig graves if coronavirus worsens. All right, so you're gonna have a lot of articles pushing that this thing is gonna get worse. People are getting prepared, and a lot of worst case scenarios are being set up, man. It says California restaurant takes temperatures before serving customers. Top virus doctor says high blood pressure is a major death risk. Right? I'm gonna just go to some of the stories of a group of 170 patients who died in January in Wuhan. About 50% had hypertension, and this is a big thing amongst Jake, man, because your diet is so poor that with not just the coronavirus, but a lot of other viruses that's gonna happen because of the breakdown of society. You got to get yourself in order, man. this video, what I wanted to be more than anything is just a warning, man, that this thing could be here and come here and break down your daily routine faster than you could imagine, man. It could almost become a surreal experience. So first and foremost, you have to stand on these scriptures, which is first the faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which I'm gonna jump into. But there's so many articles, because this is what the year of prophecy that is flowing out, man. The pestilence, all right, the economy crashing, all right, the people that think that this way of life is going to continue forever, it's getting a rude awakening, man. Right? Let's go back. It says New York City considers shutting subway system down. Man, the transit officials test positive. New Jersey's first patient warns it happened so quick. Shocking escalation from no symptoms to death in just hours. So let's see what this is about. Washington nursing home with coronavirus outbreak reported shocking escalation from no symptoms to death. So another person then died out in this nursing home, man. It says President retweets photo of himself fiddling. Stock trading halted after selling triggers circuit breaker. So they had to stop the markets, man, because this crash is imminent, man. It is imminent, and it's a eerie feeling out here, man. A lot of brothers I know are feeling it. I've seen some other Akim around the country that's preaching this word. People are walking around on eggshells, man, because they're waiting for the next shoe to drop. That's really what this is, all right? They're waiting for the next shoe to drop. But let me go to the scriptures. It's just so much news, man. It's so much news. And they're trying to use this to get Trump out of office, which don't matter. The stock market is, like I said, going crazy. The cruise ship stuck out in sea, trying to pull into a port. Right? It says early mortality rates for coronavirus are likely misleading, experts say. It's just so much, man. It's possible that the COVID-19 isn't as fatal as most people think, which is true. That's why brothers should work on their immune system now while they got the time. But even if it's not as bad as they say, all the effects that I was just going through, man, as far as the market and people pulling out of business, is going to have even worse effects, man. All right, but let's go back. Let's go to the scriptures. Let's go to. Let's get this first. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and let's go to verse 3. It says, "For lo, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah, saith the Lord, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it." Right. You Israelites, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and also you speckled birds who may look like other nations out there that I didn't name. This is a time of your deliverance, right? This is a time that your captivity is finally going to come to an end. But guess what? While it's coming to an end, the world basically got to be flipped upside down, right? Verse 4, and these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord power, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces turned to paleness. Right. So it's some shit about to roll downhill, man. All right. The longer this thing goes, regardless of if it's as serious as they say it is, or they're going to take this crisis, as I was talking about earlier, and use it with the Ordo Ab Chao to really bring in this new world order, because you got lockdown, the taking of rights from citizens, Okay, you have certain what's the word I'm looking for? You're gonna have the government come in and basically redistribute goods, man, because it's gonna be a sellout of food, man. All right, especially when they start to close down these borders and things stop shipping. So, and that's within this country. I'm speaking on America right now, just going from state to state. All right, you're gonna have to have the military, all right, Marines, whatever, come in and basically take over. That's the point. That's the point where this thing is headed. All the signs and writing is clearly on the wall. It says, verse 7, it says, "Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And that's meaning the elect is going to be make it out of this thing. All right? Because this thing could go bad pretty quick, man. Pretty quick. Right? Because like I said, it's just, you don't have to worry about the coronavirus. All the effects that's coming after it. The depression, recession. People losing all hope. All right? Riots. Okay? Chaos in the streets. People just saying fuck it and going out here doing whatever they please. All these things, all this chaos is going to bring in a good chunk of this new world order. Now let's go to the book of Job. This is Job chapter 5 verse 8. It says, "I will seek unto my power, and unto the power would I commit my cause, which doeth great things and unsearchable, marvelous things without number." Right? Yahweh Shem Shai is working his magic, man. He is working his magic. He is working his will on this earth. All right, to put things in order, to set up his return. Verse 10: "Who giveth rain upon the earth, and sendeth waters upon the fields, to set up on high those that be low," right? "And those which mourn may be exalted to safety. He disappointeth," and it's the point, "he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so their hands cannot perform their enterprise." So the New World Order really wants to take advantage of this coronavirus, which I believe is created, and it's gonna do damage to a big chunk of the world, so they can bring in a brand new system, which is going to be tied to digital everything. All right. Digital everything. Verse 13: "He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong." Meaning, even though they're going to get a good chunk of this thing in, Yahweh Shai will destroy them. All right? He's going to destroy them in the process of them doing this. That's what you got to understand. Let's keep going. Let's go to the book of Ephesians. Right? It says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." Right? So all this news, man, it's a reason behind this, man. If you follow the news, what is this? As Beijing claims credit for beating coronavirus, Chinese people are outraged. Fake, it's all fake. So even Chinese is now saying that that they basically going back to business as usual. But the people, the actual citizens, saying it's bullshit. It's not business as usual, right? And I did heard a blip about Chinese people turning on the factories to make the smoke come up. As their factories in production and manufacturing is back to running, but I don't think that's true, man. Smoking does. But let me go back. But like I was saying, don't get caught off guard. Understand that everything that's happened is the prophecy of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Everything that he has written, right? And these stories are just going to be used to usher in the next chapter of the end of this book, man. All right, to put it that way. All right, but let's go back to the scripture. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand." Right? Because these Edomites, man, are very, very conniving, and they're going to use this crisis to set up all types of scenarios, whether these scenarios are real or fake, because they want desired outcomes, man. This is nothing more than a game, a means to an end. So you can understand, right? With all this money getting, or this value getting destroyed right now, oil is plummeting. Here are industrial companies that could take a hit, right? And a couple that could benefit. Apple Mass Pro concept counters coronavirus, so they're making putting this up here. This probably fake Apple Mask, man. But they got the vaccine headed this way also. But guess what? That vaccine is just going to spread this stuff even more, right? Israel will require quarantine for everyone entering country. So this thing is getting real, man. This is going to slow down, business class travelers doing deals all over the world. This thing is coming to a screaming halt, right? But that's pretty much the point. It's just for brothers to get ready out here, man. Right? Coronavirus, who says threat of pandemic now is very real, which I'm surprised he haven't declared it already. New York State now has its own hand sanitizer amid a coronavirus outbreak. So they came up with their own hand sanitizer, man. Right? So everybody is in fear. Everybody's talking about this story. Everybody is pushing the numbers of how it's spreading. So, like I said, basically, brothers, Akim, get ready, man. Get prepared, and that's the point, man. First, get prepared spiritually. All right, really dig in spiritually, because you about to see some. You about to see some crazy times, to put it lightly. All right. And with that, I want to give all glory, praises, and honor to Yahweh Shai, and shalom the next time.